The votes are counted, but tonight the analysis continues. Republican Diane Black came in third in the primary for governor. In campaign ads, she closely aligned herself with President Trump. So does Black's loss raise a red flag for the Republican nominee for Senate, Marsha Blackburn? News Channel 5's Jason Lamb joins us. Jason, Black's performance was really a surprise for a lot of people.
Well, it certainly was, especially among those who thought she would be the presumptive Republican nominee earlier on.
But tonight, we have a different story. We didn't quite get there.
At one time a favorite to win the Republican nomination for governor, Diane Black lost to businessman Bill Lee last night.
The Republican primary was a story about an outsider, right, rising and beating a bunch of more established politicians.
Lee won just as President Trump, too, campaigned as a political outsider in 2016, even though it was Black who tried to align herself closest to the president in her campaign ads.
Fighting for the Trump agenda.
I called Diane Black and you came through, Diane.
But what can Black's loss tell us about the race for the U.S. Senate, now set between Marsha Blackburn and Phil Bredesen? Political science professor Josh Clinton says that race may have less to do with political insiders or outsiders and more about how voters view the Senate race when they go to the polls in November.
Are they thinking about the national politics and it's a referendum about President Trump, or is it a referendum about the state of Tennessee, which then may play into the hands of former Governor Bredesen? And so depending upon how national versus how local it is, I think that's going to be the entire race.
So Clinton says to count on Bredesen trying to capitalize on his successes here at home as governor, and Blackburn focusing on keeping national Republican control of the Senate in Washington.
And how exactly people are thinking about how important the national level discourse is versus the state, I think that's the entire ballgame.
And for her part, in her concession speech last night, Diane Black said it was the 19th time she's appeared on a ballot in Tennessee. She said this was the first race she'd lost. Carrie?